I need to see you. Now. That message popped up on my screen at 9:12 a.m. I frowned. That's it? No good morning? No context? Aisha looked over. Who is it? Mr. Khalid, I said. Sounds serious. She didn't smile. Yeah, it does. I leaned back. Did something happen? I don't know, she said quickly. You should just go. You're acting weird, I said. I'm not. You are, I insisted. Did I mess something up? No, she said. Just go. Don't keep him waiting. I stood slowly. All right. Relax. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Take your phone, she added. I paused. Why? Just take it. I studied her face. Okay. Something felt wrong, but I couldn't explain it. I walked down the hallway, trying to calm myself. It's just a meeting, I whispered. You're overthinking. I knocked on the door. Come in, his voice said. I stepped inside. Good morning, sir. Mr. Khalid didn't look up. Sit. I sat down. You wanted to see me? Yes. I waited. Silence. Is everything okay? I asked. No, he said. My chest tightened. Did I make a mistake? You could say that. I forced a small laugh. Then let me fix it. You can't. I blinked. What does that mean? It means, he said, finally looking at me, you're fired. I froze. I'm what? You're being terminated. Effective immediately. That's not possible, I said quickly. There has to be some mistake. There isn't. Sir, I don't understand. You violated company policy. How? I asked. He slid a file toward me. You leaked confidential data. I stared at the papers. This isn't right. It's very clear. No, I said, shaking my head. I didn't do this. The evidence says you did. Then the evidence is wrong. Watch your tone. I'm sorry, I said quickly. But I'm telling you the truth. He leaned back. Everyone says that. I'm not everyone. Clearly not. My voice cracked. Sir, I've worked here for 3 years. And? I've never broken a rule. There's a first time for everything. This isn't that time, I said. He sighed. This conversation is over. No, it's not, I said. You can't just fire me like this. I can. And I am. Then at least investigate again. We already did. Then do it properly. His eyes hardened. That's enough. I leaned forward. Please. Just give me one chance to prove I'm innocent. He pressed a button on his desk. Security to my office. Sir. Stand up. I didn't move. You don't believe me? I believe the facts. I am telling you the facts. Get up, he repeated. The door opened. Sir, a guard said. Escort him out. I stood slowly. After everything I've done for this company? No response. I stayed late. I covered for others. I solved problems that weren't mine. Silence. And this is how you repay me? Yes, he said. That word hit like a slap. You're making a mistake, I said. No, he replied. Hiring you was the mistake. I swallowed hard. You'll regret this. I doubt that. I let out a bitter laugh. We'll see. I turned and walked out, the guards behind me. As soon as I stepped into the office, everything went quiet. People stared. Is he getting fired? Someone whispered. What happened? Another voice said. I thought he was the best. I ignored them and walked to my desk. Aisha was standing there. You're back, she said. Yeah, I replied. Just packing my things. Her face went pale. So it's true. What did you hear? I asked. That you leaked data. I didn't, I said firmly. I know, she said quickly. I looked at her. Do you? Yes. You hesitated. I didn't. You did. I'm just shocked. Are you? I asked. Yes. Then look at me and say it again. She met my eyes for a second, then looked away. I believe you. I exhaled slowly. Something's not right. What do you mean? I've been set up. That's a big claim. It's the only one that makes sense. She crossed her arms. Maybe you're overthinking. Or maybe I'm finally thinking clearly. I opened my drawer and started packing. This is so unfair, she said. Yeah, I replied. It is. I'm sorry. I stopped. For what? For everything. That sounded personal. It's not. It did. You're reading too much into it. Am I? I asked. She stayed silent. That's what I thought, I said. The guard stepped closer. Sir, we need to go. 1 minute, I said. I picked up my photo frame. My family. They don't deserve this, I muttered. What? Aisha asked. Nothing. She stepped closer. There has to be something we can do. We? I repeated. I mean, you. I looked at her carefully. Why do you keep saying things like that? Like what? Like you're involved. I'm not. Then why do you look guilty? I don't. You do. I'm just stressed. So am I said. But I'm not hiding anything. I'm not hiding anything either. Then tell me the truth. I am telling the truth. No, you're not, I said quietly. Her voice dropped. You should go. There it is again, I said. You keep pushing me away. I'm trying to help you. By lying? I'm not lying. Then why can't you look at me? She looked down. That's why, I said. The guard cleared his throat. Sir. I'm done, I said. I picked up the box. This is it, she asked. Yeah. You're really leaving. Looks like it. She hesitated. I hope things get better. Do you? I asked. Yes. Then prove it. How? Tell me what's going on. I don't know anything. That's not true. It is. No, I said. It's not. She stayed silent. I didn't do this, I said. I know, she whispered. Then act like it. I turned and started walking. The entire office watched me. No one said anything. No one helped. The elevator doors opened. After you, the guard said. I stepped inside. As the doors closed, I looked back. Aisha stood there. Not shocked. Not confused. Guilty. The doors shut. I leaned against the wall. What just happened? No one answered. The elevator reached the ground floor. Your ID, the guard said. I took it off. Here. Thank you. I walked outside. The sunlight felt harsh. The world kept moving like nothing had changed. I laughed bitterly. Of course it didn't. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. Hello? Silence. Who is this? The call ended. I stared at the screen. Weird. I looked back at the building. 3 years. Gone in minutes. They think this is over, I said quietly. My grip tightened on the box. It's not. I took a deep breath. I didn't do this. This time, it didn't sound like a defense. It sounded like a promise. And I'm going to prove it, I said. And when I do, they're going to regret everything. I didn't sleep that night. I lay on my bed, staring at the ceiling. This doesn't make sense, I whispered. None of it does. My phone buzzed beside me. Unknown number. I picked it up. Hello? It's me. I frowned. Who? Bilal. I sat up. Bilal? Where did you get my number? Doesn't matter, he said. I heard what happened. I stayed quiet for a second. Then you heard wrong. No, he replied calmly. I heard exactly what happened. Then you know I didn't do it. I know. My chest tightened. You sound sure. I am. Then explain something to me, I said. How did they prove I did it? That's why I called, he said. I stood up and started pacing. What do you mean? We need to talk. Not on the phone. Why not? Because this isn't something you discuss casually. My voice dropped. You're scaring me. Good, he said. You should be. I ran a hand through my hair. Where? Old cafe. The one near the main road. At this hour? Yes. I checked the time. It's almost midnight. And? I sighed. Fine. I'll be there. Come alone. I will. And don't tell anyone. I froze. Why would I tell anyone? Just don't, he said. The call ended. I stared at my phone. What the hell is going on? When I reached the cafe, it was nearly empty. Bilal sat in the corner, hood over his head. I walked up to him. You look like you're hiding from someone. I am, he said. I sat down. Stop talking in riddles. He leaned forward. You were framed. I blinked. Say that again. You were framed, he repeated. I let out a slow breath. I knew it. No, he said. You suspected it. Now you know it. Then tell me how. He pulled out his phone. The data leak? It came from your login. I know, I said. That's what they showed me. But here's the thing, he continued. The access time doesn't match your activity. I frowned. What do you mean? I checked the logs before I left the company, he said. There was a duplicate session. A what? Someone accessed your account remotely while you were logged out. That's not possible. It is if someone has your credentials. My stomach dropped. No. Yes, he said. Someone close to you. I shook my head. No. That's not true. Think about it, he said. Who had access to your system? No one. Don't lie to yourself. I'm not lying, I snapped. Then explain this, he said, sliding the phone toward me. I looked at the screen. Login history. Timestamps. Locations. My hands started shaking. This can't be real. Thank you for your time. We'll get back to you. I forced a smile. Of course. The call ended. I stared at my phone. They won't call back. I tossed it on the bed and ran my hands over my face. That's the sixth one this week. My door opened. Another rejection? Hira asked. Not yet, I said. But it's coming. She leaned against the wall. You already know? I can hear it in their voice. She crossed her arms. Or maybe you've decided it already. I sighed. Don't start. I'm not starting, she said. I'm continuing. Continuing what? Trying to wake you up. I looked at her. I'm trying. No, she said. You're waiting. For what? For someone to fix your life. No, I'm not. Then why are you sitting here all day? She shot back. I'm applying for jobs. You're hiding behind applications. That's not fair. Life isn't fair, she replied. I looked away. You don't understand. Then explain it to me. I stayed quiet. That's what I thought, she said. I stood up. I lost everything, Hira. So what? I stared at her. So what? Yes, she said. So what? That company was my life. And now it's not. You're making it sound easy. I'm making it sound real, she said. I clenched my fists. My reputation is ruined. Then build a new one. No one will hire me. Then stop waiting for someone to hire you. I frowned. What does that mean? It means you're thinking too small. I'm thinking practical. You're thinking scared. That hit hard. I'm not scared, I said. You are, she replied. You're scared to start over. I already started over. No, she said. You fell down. That's not the same thing. I ran a hand through my hair. What do you want me to do? Fight back. I am. No, you're not, she said. You're complaining. I'm not complaining. You just listed 10 problems in 2 minutes. Because they're real. So solve them, she said. How? By changing yourself. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't say you did. Then why should I change? Because the world doesn't care if you're right, she said. It only cares if you're strong. I stayed silent. Are you strong? She asked. I didn't answer. That's your problem, she said. My problem is I got betrayed. And now you're letting that betrayal define you. It already did, I said quietly. Only if you let it continue, she replied. I looked at her. What if I can't fix this? Then you build something better. What if I fail again? Then fail again, she said. But at least you'll be moving. I laughed bitterly. You make it sound simple. It is simple, she said. Not easy. But simple. I sat down. I don't even know where to start. She stepped closer. Start with yourself. What does that mean? Learn, she said. Grow. Stop thinking like an employee. I've always been an employee. Exactly, she said. That's the problem. I frowned. So what should I think like? Think like someone who owns things. I don't own anything. Not yet. I looked at her. You really believe that? Yes. Why? Because I know you, she said. And you're better than this. I exhaled slowly. I don't feel better. You're not supposed to feel better, she said. You're supposed to get better. My phone rang just as I was closing my laptop. Unknown number again? I muttered. I answered anyway. Hello? It's me, Bilal said. I leaned back. You always call at the worst times. This isn't a casual call. I sat up. What happened? They're falling apart. Who? I asked, even though I already knew. The company, he said. Your company. I let out a slow breath. It's not my company anymore. Still feels like it, doesn't it? I stayed quiet. Clients are leaving, he continued. Projects are failing. Internal fights are getting worse. I frowned. That fast? Faster than you think. What about Mr. Khalid? He's losing control. I almost laughed. I don't believe that. Believe it, he said. Bad leadership catches up. I stood up and started pacing. So everything is just collapsing? Yes. And you're telling me this because? Because this is your chance. I stopped. My chance? Yes. To do what? To get back in the game. I shook my head. I don't think they're hiring. I'm not talking about a job. Then what are you talking about? He paused. I want you to meet someone. Who? An investor. I frowned. Why would an investor want to meet me? Because I told him about you. You told him what? That you understand the company better than anyone. That's not true. It is, he said. And I convinced him. Convinced him of what? That you're worth listening to. I hesitated. What's his name? Mr. Rahman. And what does he want? He buys struggling companies. My heart skipped. You're serious? Very. I sat down slowly. Why me? Because you have something valuable. Which is? Motivation. I let out a dry laugh. That's one way to describe it. He wants to meet you, Bilal said. When? Tonight. Tonight? I repeated. Yes. That's sudden. So is opportunity. I rubbed my forehead. I don't know. Don't think too long, he said. Chances like this don't wait. I exhaled. Fine. Where? I'll text you the location. All right. And one more thing, he added. What? Be honest. I always am. No, he said. Be brutally honest. The call ended. I stared at my phone. What am I walking into? The place was quiet. Too quiet. I stepped inside and spotted Bilal immediately. You're late, he said. By 2 minutes, I replied. Relax. He nodded toward a man sitting across from him. This is Mr. Rahman. I looked at him carefully. Calm face. Sharp eyes. He didn't stand. You're the one, he said. I guess I am, I replied, sitting down. He studied me. You don't look impressive. I raised an eyebrow. You don't look friendly. Bilal coughed. Maybe we should. It's fine, Mr. Rahman said. I prefer honesty. So do I replied. He leaned forward. Good. Then let's not waste time. Agreed. I've heard about your situation, he said. Then you know I was framed. I know what people say. I'm telling you the truth. Everyone says that, he replied. I smirked slightly. You sound like my old boss. He didn't react. What matters is not what happened. It's what you do next. I nodded. Fair enough. He crossed his hands. Tell me about the company. What do you want to know? Everything. I leaned back. It's weaker than it looks. Explain. Bad decisions, I said. Short-term thinking. Poor leadership. He nodded. Go on. They relied too much on a few key clients, I continued. Now those clients are leaving. Why? Because they don't trust the management anymore. And the internal structure? Broken, I said. Teams don't communicate. Departments blame each other. Bilal smiled slightly. Mr. Rahman watched me closely. And the boss? Arrogant, I said. He thinks he's still in control. But he's not? No, I replied. He's already losing. Silence filled the table. Then Mr. Rahman spoke. Interesting. You're late. I'm on time, I said, checking my watch. Mr. Rahman didn't look impressed. On time is late when money is involved. I pulled out my chair. Then I'll be early next time. You better be, he said. I sat down. What's today's lesson? He slid a file toward me. Read. I opened it. This is a financial report. Yes. It's messy. Good, he said. Fix it. I looked up. Fix it how? Find the problem. I scanned the pages. There are multiple problems. Pick the biggest one. I frowned. Cash flow. Explain. They're spending more than they're earning. Obvious, he said. Go deeper. I leaned forward. Unnecessary expenses. Bad investments. Which ones? I pointed at a section. This. He nodded slightly. Continue. They're trying to expand while losing stability. And? That's why they're failing, I said. He crossed his arms. Solution? Cut losses. Focus on core business. Too simple. It works, I replied. He stared at me. And the risk? Short-term pain, I said. Long-term survival. Silence. Then he said, not bad. I leaned back. That's it? That's step one. I sighed. There's always a step two. There's always 10 steps, he corrected. I smirked. Of course there are. He leaned forward. You're learning. I'm trying. No, he said. You're improving. I nodded. Good. He tapped the table. But you're still thinking like an employee. I frowned. How? You're solving problems, he said. Not creating advantages. What's the difference? A problem solver reacts, he said. A leader plans. I thought for a moment. So I need to think ahead. You need to think 10 steps ahead. I nodded slowly. I'll get there. You will, he said. Or you'll fail. Motivating, I muttered. He ignored that. Now tell me something. What? What's happening at your old company? I leaned back. It's getting worse. Details. Clients are leaving, I said. Projects are delayed. Why? Bad decisions. Be specific. I sighed. They're desperate. And desperate people? Make mistakes, I finished. He nodded. Good. I've also heard something else, I added. What? Layoffs. Expected. Morale is low, I said. People are scared. That's when control shifts, he replied. I looked at him. You mean, now? Soon, he said. I felt a strange mix of excitement and tension. We're getting close. Yes. I hesitated. There's more. He raised an eyebrow. Go on. Aisha got promoted. He didn't react. And she's now in a higher position. Does that surprise you? Yes, I said. She didn't deserve it. Deserve has nothing to do with business, he said. I clenched my jaw. She betrayed me. And it worked for her, he replied calmly. That doesn't make it right. It makes it effective. I looked away. I hate that. Use that, he said. Use what? The emotion, he replied. Control it. I am controlling it. Barely, he said. I exhaled slowly. I won't lose focus. You can't afford to, he said. Sign here. I looked at the document. This is it? This is part of it, Mr. Rahman said. I picked up the pen. Feels quiet. That's how real power works, he replied. Quiet. I signed. There, I said. He took the paper. Good. I leaned back. So we're officially moving forward? We've been moving forward, he said. Now it's just visible on paper. I nodded. What's next? Meetings, he said. Private ones. With who? Shareholders. I smiled slightly. The real decision makers. Exactly. 2 days later, I sat in a small conference room. A man across the table adjusted his glasses. Why should we trust you? You don't have to, I said. Trust the numbers. He frowned. Explain. The company is losing stability, I said. You can either hold on and lose more, or exit at the right time. And you're offering that exit? Yes. Another man leaned forward. And what happens after we sell? That's not your concern anymore, I replied. He smirked. Confident. Realistic, I said. Mr. Rahman stayed silent, watching. What guarantee do we have? The first man asked. That you're making the smarter choice, I said. He exchanged looks with the others. We'll think about it, he said. You should, I replied. But don't take too long. After the meeting, Mr. Rahman looked at me. You're getting better. I feel it, I said. You didn't hesitate. I knew what to say. He nodded. Good. I crossed my arms. Will they agree? They will, he said. How are you so sure? Because they're already scared. I smiled slightly. Fear is powerful. Yes, he said. And right now, it's working for us. Days passed. More meetings. More signatures. More quiet moves. Another one agreed, Bilal said on the phone. That's 3 now, I replied. 4, he corrected. 1 just confirmed. I stopped walking. That fast? Yes. I let out a breath. They're really panicking. Inside the company? It's worse, he said. How bad? People are whispering. Rumors everywhere. About what? Layoffs. Bankruptcy. Leadership failure. I smirked. Sounds accurate. It's chaos, he added. And Mr. Khalid? Still acting like nothing's wrong. I laughed quietly. Of course he is. He's in denial. He's always been, I said. Bilal paused. You don't sound angry anymore. I'm not. Really? No, I said. I'm focused. That's new. I've changed. I can tell. I looked ahead. This is just the beginning. Yes, he said. But things are moving faster than expected. Good, I replied. Are you ready? I've been ready. That night, I stood across the street from the office building. The same building I walked out of. The same doors. The same lights. Feels different, I said to myself. I took a step closer. I remember this place, I whispered. I could almost hear the voices. The whispers. The judgment. Is he getting fired? What happened? I thought he was the best. I clenched my jaw. I was standing right there, I said quietly. The memory hit hard. The guards. The silence. Aisha's face. I exhaled slowly. Not anymore. My phone rang. Yeah? I answered. It's done, Mr. Rahman said. I straightened. Which part? The turning point. My heart started racing. They agreed? Yes. All of them? The major ones, he said. I smiled. That's enough. It is. I looked up at the building. So this is really happening? Yes, he said. The company is about to change hands. I let out a slow breath. Faster than I expected. Faster than they expected, he corrected. I nodded. What about inside? I adjusted my sleeves. I've been ready. Mr. Rahman looked at me. This is the final step. I know. Once you walk in, everything changes. I smirked slightly. It already has. He nodded. Good. Then let's go. The car stopped outside the building. I stared at it through the window. The same entrance. The same glass doors. Funny, I said quietly. What? Mr. Rahman asked. Last time I was here, I was being thrown out. And today? I opened the door. Today, I walk in. My shoes hit the ground. Slow. Steady. Controlled. I walked toward the entrance. Breathe, I told myself. Stay calm. The doors opened. And everything went silent. Every head turned. Every voice stopped. I could feel their eyes on me. Is that him? No way. What is he doing here? I kept walking. No hesitation. No fear. Just focus. A familiar face stepped forward. You're not supposed to be here. I looked at him calmly. That's where you're wrong. He frowned. Security. They already know, I said. He froze. What? I didn't stop walking. Call whoever you want, I added. It won't change anything. I walked past him. Are you ready? Whispers followed me. This doesn't make sense. Wasn't he fired? What's going on? I smiled slightly. Keep guessing, I thought. I reached the center of the office. The same place. The same desks. The same memories. But everything felt smaller now. Weak, I whispered. Then I saw him. Mr. Khalid stepped out of his office. His face changed the moment he saw me. You, he said. I met his eyes. Yes. He walked closer. What are you doing here? I came to work. You don't work here anymore. I tilted my head. That's not what the papers say. His expression hardened. What papers? I stepped aside slightly. Mr. Rahman walked in behind me. The room went even quieter. Good morning, he said calmly. Mr. Khalid's face lost color. Mr. Rahman. Yes, he replied. What is this? Khalid asked. It's a transition, he said. Transition? Khalid repeated. Ownership, Mr. Rahman corrected. Silence. I watched his reaction closely. You sold? Khalid said, looking around. No, Mr. Rahman said. They did. Khalid shook his head. This is impossible. It's already done. His voice dropped. And him? Mr. Rahman glanced at me. He's part of the new structure. Khalid looked back at me. Shock. Confusion. Fear. You, he said again. I smiled faintly. You keep repeating that. You have no place here, he snapped. I think I do, I replied. This is my company. I corrected. His jaw tightened. You think you've won? I don't think, I said. I know. He stepped closer. You're making a mistake. I leaned in slightly. That sounds familiar. He froze. Remember when you said that to me? I added. He didn't respond. I remember, I said. The silence stretched. Get out, he said finally. I shook my head. No. I'm still in charge. Not anymore, Mr. Rahman said calmly. Khalid turned to him. You can't do this. I already did. His hands clenched. This is a betrayal. I laughed softly. Now you understand. He looked at me sharply. You planned this. Yes, I said. For how long? Long enough. He stepped back. For the first time. He looked unsure. I straightened. You should prepare. For what? I sat in my new office, staring at the glass wall. No anger. No shaking hands. Just silence. This is strange, I muttered. Mr. Rahman stood near the door. What is? I thought I'd feel something stronger. He raised an eyebrow. Like what? Victory, I said. Or revenge? He nodded slowly. And? I don't. That's good, he said. I looked at him. Good? Yes, he replied. Revenge makes you reactive. You're not reacting anymore. I leaned back. I feel calm. Then you're thinking clearly. I exhaled. So what happens now? Now, he said, you clean up the mess. The meeting room was cold. Mr. Khalid sat at the table. Not confident. Not loud. Just quiet. For the first time, I saw him differently. Not powerful. Just tired. A legal advisor spoke. Based on financial review and internal misconduct reports. Khalid interrupted. This is nonsense. No, the advisor said. This is documented. Khalid turned to me. You did this. I didn't answer immediately. Then I said, no. He frowned. Then who? You did, I replied calmly. Silence. His jaw tightened. I built this company. And you broke it, I said. That's not true. The reports say otherwise, I added. He laughed bitterly. So this is it? You take everything? I leaned forward slightly. No. He froze. I don't take everything, I said. I take responsibility where it belongs. His eyes narrowed. You think you're better than me? No, I said. I think I'm honest. The room stayed silent. The advisor cleared his throat. Mr. Khalid, your termination is effective immediately. Khalid stood up fast. This is a setup. No, I said quietly. This is a result. He looked at me with anger. Then something else. Fear. You planned all of this, he said. I observed, I corrected. You created this outcome yourself. He stepped closer. You're making a mistake. I shook my head. That line again. He stopped. For a moment, he didn't speak. Then he laughed softly. You've changed. Yes, I said. And you think this makes you powerful? I don't think, I replied. I know. He stared at me. Then turned and walked out. No shouting. No fight. Just exit. And that was it. Later that day, I sat alone. I expected satisfaction. But there was none. Just quiet. Mr. Rahman entered. It's done. Yes, I said. You handled it well. I didn't do anything emotional, I said. That's why it worked. I nodded slowly. So that's it. He's gone. He's removed, he corrected. Same thing. No, he said. One is emotion. One is process. I looked at him. I'm learning that. He studied me. Good. Now the harder part. I frowned. There's more? Yes. What? The internal cleanup. I sighed. Of course. That evening, I called Aisha. She answered quickly. Hello? Come to my office, I said. Silence. Why? She asked. Good work today. I looked up from my laptop. You think so? Yes, Mr. Rahman said. People are starting to listen to you. I leaned back. They don't have a choice anymore. He smiled slightly. That's not true. I frowned. What do you mean? They're choosing to follow you, he said. That's different. I stayed quiet. He walked closer. Do you feel it? Feel what? Control. I thought for a moment. I feel stability. He nodded. That's better. I looked around my office. It doesn't feel like a battlefield anymore. Because you stopped fighting it like one, he replied. I exhaled slowly. It's strange. What is? I expected everything to feel louder, I said. Winning. Losing. Revenge. And? It's quiet. He nodded. That's how real change feels. I leaned forward. People used to look at me like I didn't belong here. And now? Now they ask me what I think. He smirked. That's progress. The knock came softly. Come in, I said. A young employee stepped inside. Sir, the report you requested. Thank you, I said. He hesitated. Anne. I just wanted to say. Yes? I appreciate how things are changing here. I looked at him. You do? He nodded quickly. It feels fair now. I paused. Fair? Yes, sir. I leaned back slightly. That's good to hear. He smiled nervously. That's all. Good job, I said. He left. The door closed. I stayed still for a moment. Then I muttered, fair. Mr. Rahman raised an eyebrow. Something wrong? No, I said. Just not used to hearing that. You're building something different, he said. I hope so. Later that day, I walked through the office floor. No one avoided me anymore. No whispers. No fear. Just work. "Good morning, sir," someone said. "Morning," I replied. Another employee stopped me. "We fixed the issue in the system." "Good," I said. "Show me later." "Yes, sir." I kept walking. Each step felt different. Not heavy. Not forced. Just steady. That evening, I stayed late. Most people had left. Only silence remained. I looked at the empty chairs. "This used to feel like pressure," I said quietly. Now it didn't. Now it felt like space. I opened a drawer. Inside was an old file. My termination documents. I stared at it. "You really thought that was the end," I muttered. I closed it slowly. It wasn't. The phone rang. "Aisha's file is updated," Bilal said. I leaned back. "Her status?" "She's still suspended," he replied. "Waiting for final decision." I nodded. "And the team?" "They're divided," he said. "Some want her gone. Some say give her another chance." I exhaled. "And you?" "I'm just watching," he said. I smirked slightly. "Good answer." He hesitated. "Are you going to decide soon?" "Yes." "Emotion or logic?" "Neither," I said. There was a pause. "What does that mean?" "It means I'm looking at impact," I replied. "On what?"